Texas lawmakers in the state capitol for the new session. Tonight we have team coverage following and talking about the border, LGBTQ plus rights, and other priorities for local lawmakers.
We're live at the Mid-Tex Farm and Ranch Show. Always a great event here in Waco. We'll give you an up-close look next.
And we broke a record high today. We may be on par to do that again tomorrow as well. Get ready for more warmth. Your 25 News starts right now.
Connecting Central Texas. This is 25 News.
The 88th Texas legislative session is now underway. Newly appointed Secretary of State Jane Nelson gaveling in the biennial session just a few hours ago. Some of the top issues and priorities facing this legislature include school safety, possible gun reform following the Uvalde school shooting, mental health reform, improving accessibility, school choice and parental rights, and property tax reform and relief, and what to do with more than $32 billion of surplus dollars. Immigration and the border will also be a hot topic in Austin. Governor Greg Abbott planning to ask for an additional $4 billion. Our in-depth reporter Nick Bradshaw has more.
Well over $40 million has been spent. I'm Nick Bradshaw reporting.
Join us in our next half hour as we continue our coverage of the first day of the session, including hearing from a local lawmaker. Turning now to our forecast, where we saw an unusually warm. New at 6, it looks like all executions in the state are on hold for now. Just a few hours ago, a Travis County judge has ordered the state to stop using expired lethal injection drugs. According to the Texas Tribune, the last time the state announced its stock of execution drugs, all 7 doses were expired. The report added the state changed the expiration date of the drugs from expiring 2 or 3 years ago to later this year. Only 1 execution drug is approved in the state. It comes as a death row inmate was set to be executed tonight for the 1994 death of his wife. And here is a live look at the U.S. Capitol tonight as the state is getting more power in the U.S. House. According to the Texas Tribune, Texans are poised to chair at least 4 committees, including 2 reps who cover Central Texas. Roger Williams is the chair of the Small Business Committee. Michael McCall is the head of the Foreign Affairs Committee, while Kay Granger and Jody Arrington will lead the Appropriations Committee and the Budget Committee. Well, happening right now, the Mid-Tex Farm and Ranch Show is calling the Extraco Event Center home for the next 2 days. And that's where we find our 25 News anchor, Todd Unger, live tonight at the event. Hey, Todd.
Hey, Lauren. Yeah, this is always such a big event for Waco and all of Central Texas, really. So many farmers and ranchers streaming through today. I want to bring in Sarah McDonald. She is one of the ladies who helps organize this. Walk me through a little bit about what people can expect to see if they swing by.
Yeah, there's a variety of different things that people can see. Anything from tractors, trailers, lawnmowers, giant trailers. We have chiropractors, Republic Gun Club. There's realtors, just a plethora of different variety of things here.
The tractors, obviously, that's where we are, right here. What is it that, you hear from a lot of these farmers that come in, from a lot of these ranchers? Is this just really an opportunity for them to kind of see everything in one place?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that we're living in a world right now where everything is accessible on the internet. And so to have the opportunity to come in and see different competitors all at the same time, be able to talk to the reps, kind of put things in your brain as the ins and outs of everything, it makes it an easier choice on them as to what they want to go with in that direction.
When I was walking in, I heard a little boy go, how do they get all this stuff in there? And it's a pretty good question. So kind of walk me through, what is the setup for something like this?
Yeah, we actually have a giant door that rolls up in the back, and we get the questions all the time, are you sure that's going to fit in there? And I'm like, absolutely. The first time we had an 18-wheeler with a seed hauler on it, so I'm sure that it will fit. We strategically plan, so we start at 8 a.m. We have hour slots, so the stuff in the back corner comes in first, and the stuff by the door comes in last. So it's a great, fun jigsaw puzzle for us.
You know, obviously this has been going on, I think we said since at least the 70s or 80s, you know, well over 40 years now. What do you think the future for this event looks like?
Right now, we're trying to brainstorm how to make it bigger, how to make it better, what we can do to offer to our vendors and to the people who attend to make it a more valuable experience for them. So kind of seeing how we can push the walls and you know, come up with new innovative ideas for this.
And this year you've got 50 vendors, is that right?
Yes, sir. We had 50 vendors with a lengthy wait list, so we were super excited to sell out our vendor spaces.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Lauren, just a great event out here, and coming up at 6:30, we're going to try and get a little bit closer to some of these tractors and see just how big they really are.
Sure, that would be a little boy's dream. Okay, thanks, Todd. Speeding drivers are causing a concern in Waco's Cameron Park following several accidents there. So what safety improvements are coming to the area? We talk with the city next at 6.
And we had big time warmth across the state today, especially from I-35 back toward Abilene and San Angelo. We're doing it again tomorrow. Get out the shorts and the t-shirts. More on that coming up.
The Texas legislative session kicked off this morning for the first time in 2 years. In our next half hour, we take you to the Capitol where we hear from one lawmaker about his priorities.
We're live at the Mid-Tex Farm and Ranch Show. There is a lot of big stuff up here. We'll have a preview coming up.
The Texas legislative session kicked off this morning for the first time in 2 years. In our next half hour, we take you to the Capitol where we hear from one lawmaker about his priorities.
We're live at the Mid-Tex Farm and Ranch Show. There is a lot of big stuff up here. We'll have a preview coming up.
Here's a quick recap of some of the top stories from the first 30 minutes of the show today. Speeding drivers are raising concerns for Wacoans and the city in Cameron Park. It comes after several crashes involving animal statues. The city is adding extra barriers to the area, but officials say you could avoid crashes by following the speed limit. And a Travis County judge has ordered the state to stop using expired lethal injection drugs, essentially halting all executions in the state. According to the Texas Tribune, 100% of the state's supply is expired. The 88th legislative session kicked off today. Some major bills are expected to hit both the Senate and the House floor this session. 25 News reporter Nakia Simon was in Austin with more.
The state capitol reported in Austin. Nakia Simon, 25 News.
Bills can be filed now until March the 11th. May 29th is the last day of the session. June 18th is the last day Governor Greg Abbott can sign or veto bills. If he does nothing, the bill will become law. And August 27th is the day most bills will go into effect. Previous sessions have cost around $1.3 million a month, meaning the session could cost around $4 million. And House members overwhelmingly re-elected Dade Phelan 145-3 as State House Speaker this morning, while Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick leads the state Senate. Many in the LGBTQ+ community across Texas feel targeted by new bills on the agenda for this legislative session. In Central Texas, the same feeling exists for some families. 25 News reporter Christina Davis looks into the issues addressed in the bills.
It's a hard topic. New bills discussed